Alrighty, diving right on into this one as it's going to be a shorter one today. Welcome back, one and all. Last time, you guys prepared, or began to prepare for the next step in your journey. Your plan to go and investigate what is happening in the Baron Rab Desert. While you were making these preparations, you were summoned by Lord Rickard and rewarded handsomely for your contribution in saving his life from Belladonna. He was also keen to employ you to escort his wife and daughter to Winstad, having recently dismissed his magical advisor for being an untrustworthy half-elf, so he had no one to teleport them there. He was interested in acquiring a new magical advisor if they knew anyone trustworthy enough. So you guys were having to think about that. The party were also asked by Brienne if they would look into a growing thieves guild in a town a few miles away from the city. The guild having reportedly gained control over some large lizard-like beast guarding their hideout, but the reports of details were conflicting, so it was hard to know for sure any information about it. And so we pick things up. You guys in the city making your plans and preparations. There had been some sort of general agreement that you generally decided you weren't going to go to Winstad, deciding that a journey of that length was too long. You did briefly go and visit Bistina, asking about teleportation circles and things like that. You didn't actually mention scrolls while you were in there, but you did mention beforehand potentially thinking about buying some teleportation circle scrolls. She identified for you the returning spheres that were left in Barnaby's house that you now own, which can be used to return to a specific teleportation circle. You have 3 of those. You asked her, or she offered to take them off your hands for a sum and make you some more, but would need time to do so to learn the magic, like deconstruct them and learn the magic behind them before she could make more. But if she did that, then she would then have the capability to do that again in future. You briefly inquired, I believe, about teleportation circles and if where you would find that sort of information. What she told you, there wasn't like a library or a directory of that sort of thing. It tended to be more down to the individual who knew that information.
Indeed.
So I hand it over to you guys. What would you like to do?
So the plan right now is to go some town with a thieves guild run by a mage with a dragon and sort that shit out, and then go to the desert.
Yeah, the town is slightly on the way. Is there anything you would like to do before leaving the city?
Yes. I had a whole thing, but I completely forgot.
Okay, well, while you have a thing, is there anything anyone else would like to do before leaving the city?
No, because we did all the shopping and stuff last time. So,
Yes, you did all the shopping and things like that.
Good.
Okay. Brienne did also tell you that there were 2 people within the city that they had identified that belonged to this thieves guild.
Oh, yes.
One was a tavern owner who owned a tavern called the Jasper Otter in the northern part of the city. The other was the son of a rich silk trader. I throw you guys onto who lived in the
son of a silk trader
in the northeast of the city, in the upper class districts.
Uh,
The Jasper Otter was located in the northwest, nearer the docks.
ooh. Okay. I really quick wanted to go speak to Motsignia.
Yeah.
Ask him about my spearhead thing, if that could be fixed or done up or whatever.
Okay.
Basically, just asking him like, "Hey, I got a lot of money, and I saved your life. Would you be able to slightly repay me the favor? Obviously, Paladin of Zuriel is my job, but I have this fancy spearhead that contains the spear.
Yeah.
And
So,
I would,
his mansion is not hard to find. It is a very, very lavish, walled property. You can see no expense has been spared in any of the ornamentation or decorations and things like that. It is this large sort of white, like not what's the word I'm looking for? Like white rendered building. So all the brickwork and everything is like concealed. It's very clean. The gates are, as I say, large and ornate, and the two like pillars either side are topped with quite large, sort of imposing, sort of dragon heads that just look down over the top, like watching over the gate, and you can see the necks of these creatures all in metal, like large metal sculptures, are just sort of like run down back behind the wall. One of them has like a claw, is like part of the wall on the top. But yeah, as you arrive, the gates, through some arcane means, open automatically, allowing you entrance to the drive and things, and there's a short walk up to the house, where again there is a large ornate dragon-headed knocker on the door.
yeah, knock it.
Yeah, it knocks them with this sort of like resounding boom echoes through. It seems almost louder than would be natural for the knocker. After a few moments, the door glides open. It's very large, well polished, intricately carved door. Just glides smoothly on well-oiled hinges, and standing before you is a human man wearing very smartly dressed attire. Clearly, the butler of the house.
Hello.
Yes.
I'm here to see Lord Motsignia about a really quick thing. My name is
You have
Stix.
an appointment?
No, I was actually hoping just to speak with him real quick. See how he is. I did save his life the other day. But also just saying hi,
Oh yes, you were there when his lordship was injured, were you?
Yes, I was. Yields.
Well, he's very busy. A man of his
Is
talents
he?
is in much demand, and he's currently recovering. If you do not have an appointment, perhaps we can fit you in the next month or so.
That is not really acceptable. We're about to go out of town, do some big business, and I was really hoping just to speak to him. I think this will pique his interest as a dwarf and a blacksmith. Yeah, I was really hoping to just talk to him real super quick.
Okay. Make a persuasion check for me.
Okay. Persuasion. Oh.
Well, as you said, let me go and speak to him. If you have indeed been aided in saving his lordship's life, then maybe he can make time for you. Yeah. And here,
Thank you very much.
deep into the mansion, you can hear the echoing sound of his boots on the floor as he fade into the distance. Looking around, you can see you're in this very large, opulent, like messenger, like entry hall. The floors and things are marble, polished very highly, very cleanly. There's a couple of like nice paintings on the wall, but other than that, there's not a lot to the entryway. It's relatively free of ornamentation. You can see a lot of care and things has been taken into what small amount of furniture there is. The banisters on the staircase are very finely carved iron. Like each each upright on the banisters is sort of carved in a different pattern. You can see. They form almost this. Like the main columns at the bottom are large and thick with tree trunks, and then it's like this crisscrossing of like leaves and vines and things that it rises up. All done in black metal, though. A few minutes go by, and you hear the sound of footfalls again, returning just along the floor. But 2 sets of feet this time. And coming away is the butler once more, followed by a slightly limping Lord Motsignir. He's dressed more casually than you have seen him in the past. Still finely dressed, but more casually, just sort of in breeches and a tunic, and things like that. You can see the tunic is sort of open, quite low, and you can see a little bit of bandage like peeking out.
Mr. Motsignir. Hello. My name is Stix. We met the other day in a slightly heated confrontation. I understand you're a busy man. I too myself am a busy person, and I just wanted to come in, make sure you're well, and as a blacksmith, I wanted to pique your interest. I wonder if I could just speak to you about a rarity item that I found within my own home, a newly found home within this city, and sort of going through the niceties of making sure he's well.
Well, let me first offer my thanks for your aid. I believe his lordship, Lord Rickard, has, if he's not spoken to you already, he has something for you along that.
Yes, we've already spoken to Lord Rickard. Yes, not needed, but thankful nonetheless. Grateful nonetheless. Yes, I'll be more grateful if you could take a look at this and tell me if there's anything you could do. And I'll show him the spearhead and the notes that came with it. And I'll say we've recently
acquired over, like the spearhead and a few sort of notes that came with it, and the piece of strange like metal that came with it. And takes them all and starts turning it over in his hand. It's like, well, summon this damaged, and you can see he pulls out like a little like almost like a jeweler's lens, like a little conical bit, and like fixes it into his eye. And the lens is this sort of like clear, sort of whitish glass, and looks, starts turning the spearhead over, and then he like twists something on it, and it changes from like clear to like have like a bluish hue. Has another look over, turns it again, has like a greenish hue to the glass as he's like examining it. And then takes like the piece of metal that came with it and does the same process, like turns it over, goes through the different lenses. It's like, well, this is a thing of. This thing fell out of history not too long ago. This is Where on earth did you get this?
It was found in our house. We recently acquired property in this place belonging to a wizard, and or once belonged to a wizard. And
This wizard.
well, I was looking around.
Dressed in green?
Yes.
I know that fella. Done business with him a few times. How's he doing?
Deceased.
Oh.
Sadly.
My condolences. That is a shame. He was. He'd come to me from time to time with a few rare things that he found.
Yeah. Hence why we
came with a good story.
So yeah, I was looking around the house and then found this. And, well, from a minor inspection, an initial inspection from a man who knows nothing about blacksmithing, I thought it could. It obviously looks damaged and broken, and I thought, well, it's a thing of potentially quite great power, and someone such as yourself, a legendary blacksmith such as yourself, could be the one to fix it.
Yeah, but it's always hard to know what is truth and what is legend when it comes to something like this. But as you say, as you can see, very, very badly damaged. Whatever caused its destruction was, well, beyond anything I've ever seen. Magical weapons like that tend to be almost indestructible.
Interesting. Is there something that you could fix, potentially?
Potentially, yeah. You seem to have bought me a piece of, a piece of alloy that the blade was made with. I think some of the power of this spear comes from its unnatural material. It's not made from any common steel.
See.
This metal goes by many names. The most common might be starfall.
Starfall.
It's rare. It doesn't come from the earth. It literally falls out of the sky. But it is highly useful to those who know how to work it. Temperamental and dangerous if you don't, but can be used to have a sizable. Brought a sizable chunk here. Maybe Mr. Barnaby was looking for that before he brought me this and never got the chance. But
maybe.
But with something like this, you never. It's afraid to say it's even with my experience, it's kind of hunches and guesswork what you get out of it. But I can use this to certainly repair it.
Yeah, anything you could do would be fantastic. Obviously, we're going up against a very large threat, looming threat of undead and things like that. And anything that could help with that would be fantastic. Yeah, we're about to head on a mission ourselves now, but I mean, if I could leave this with you and some money to cover the resource cost and things like that, do you think you'd have an estimate on when you could maybe have it fixed?
Well, I won't be able to begin for another day. Also, I can make some preliminaries, but he's like sort of gestures towards the bandages on his chest. I've you understand, I'm not 100% just yet.
No, that's perfect.
How about as a favor for what you've done for me and his lordship in the city, how about I hold on to this for now, and when you come back, you can pay me then. And if you can, or if you don't want it, then I will happily add this piece of history to my collection.
Sounds pretty good. Yeah, sounds like a fair deal. Give a spitball on for how long? I mean, no, I just asked you that. Never mind.
Well, I mean, not too long. I wouldn't have thought, assuming everything goes right, you know. I haven't worked with this for a little while, so I'll have to just refresh my memory on how it all works, but it should all come together no problem in a few days.
Okay. We will probably not be back for maybe a week, maybe two, not quite sure. So,
That's no problem.
yeah,
I'll hold on to this indefinitely until you return. And if you don't return, then I'll consider it part of my collection until you do.
Sounds good. Brilliant. Well, I'm glad to see you're doing well. But sadly, as I said, very important business, killing undead, all that stuff. I sadly must be off. But thank you very much for this, and I will see you upon my return to see what you've created.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, I shall bid him adieu.
He says, "Oh yeah, and if you just keep an eye out for any more of that metal. If you've come across it, then it's worth a lot. Certainly to me."
Will do. Keep an eye out for Starfall.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What next? What's your plan next? Party Arwen, Klari, what are you guys up to?
To the tavern with the man.
Yes.
That
The
is
Jasper
bad.
Otter.
Yes.
I probably would have sent you guys ahead of, I sent you guys to go there, and then I'll meet you there afterwards.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can say while I was talking to Thingy, Neo, Arwen, and Barry were off dinner, I think.
Okay. So yeah, you head into sort of like the northwest of the city where Brienne has told you this tavern lies, run by this tiefling called Arwen. So yeah, as you move further north and get closer and closer to the docks, the general wear and tear of the city begins to deteriorate. People, the houses become smaller, more cramped, more closely packed. The streets become narrower and dirtier. You start entering these are not hovels and slums like they were up against the walls on the outside, but these are certainly the dwellings of the poorer classes. People don't walk around the street as freely. They don't wander as aimlessly or as carefree in this portion of the city. But it's dirty. It's mean. The people here are hard and nasty, generally. It takes you a bit of time, but you can eventually locate the Jasper Otter. It is quite a large looking inn, but certainly a low-end dive bar compared to some of the other places you have been.
Nice.
There's a very large and dirty sign out front. The paint on it sort of waxing and peeling after many years. But it does have.
I thought you were going to say a large, dirty man.
There are those two. But yeah, no, it has this bluish green otter. Just sort of seems to be, there's a sort of potentially what might be sort of either stars or little motes of music. You can't really tell. There's so much sort of grime and peeling paint on this sign around the otter that could either be swimming or dancing. You're not quite sure.
Nice. This seems like a fun place. Yeah, let's go.
Making your way inside, the general sort of hubbub of the general hubbub is you know, pretty sort of like rowdy and jovial. Looking around, there are a lot of what look like sailor types, but around people who work on the docks or do those sorts of like fishing tasks. There's a handful of guards in uniform you see looking around. You know, sort of like collars open, shirts untucked, that sort of thing. People off duty just enjoying a good time. There is a large sort of like double door to enter the bar, and then there's a few tables scattered around, and a large sort of like C-shaped bar comes out of the wall and curves around, bottles and shelves behind it.
I would like to go up to the bar.
Yeah, you head up to the bar.
Chantel's just nipped to the toilet, but I'll be playing Klari in this instance.
Okie dokie.
Give me your best Clary voice.
Hello.
That's awful.
I'm Klari.
She doesn't sound like that.
That is your opinion. Anyway, continue.
So yeah, you head up to the bar. There's currently a woman there. She's got like short, reddish, close-cropped hair. Wearing what looks to be almost sort of like similarly dressed to some of the people around in sort of sailorish garb. She just turns to you and like sort of cocks her head and casts an appraising eye over the three of you. Should we say Neo's with you as well, or with?
Yeah.
Casting like an appraising eye over the three of you. Sort of people around here are prepared for a scuffle. You can see lots of like knife hilts protruding from belts and stuff like that. A couple of the guards have swords that they've just kind of like put down and like sort of slung over the backs of seats and stuff, being off duty. But yeah, you guys are the most heavily armed and obviously armed individuals in the place.
We fit right in. At least I do.
Neo's got a massive halberd. Clary's covered in daggers. Arwen's got a sword, a staff, a bow. Depending on how much is in the bag of holding. Arwen's got like 2 swords, two staffs, and a bow.
A great sword that turns into a whip.
Yeah. A great sword that turns into Arwen's got all swords. But yeah. Yeah, but she casts like an appraising, almost like discerning eye over you.
You want to fight?
Trust me, you don't want to start a fight here.
Oh, I think... No, I won't. But I think it would be fun. But I won't. It would be fun.
Oh, it would be fun. What can I do for you all? You seem a little lost.
No, we don't seem lost. We know this place very well, thank you.
Really? Well, I've never seen you here before, but you don't look like the type we normally get.
I mean, you can put some mud on my face. Will that help? Oh no, Stix isn't here. No one else would want to punch me in the face. Where's your boss? I want a word.
Neo +5 strength.
No.
I'm sorry, who are you looking for?
The big boss man. Mr. Otter himself.
Mr. Otter?
Yes, because the place has an otter. The owner. Anyway, what was his name? Clary?
Clary is invisible.
Neo?
Neo will remind you. His name was Oren.
Oren. Bloody Oren.
No, there's no Oren here.
He owes me money.
Can Clary make, when she says there's no Oren here, can Clary make an insight check?
Yes, you can.
She
With
gets
help.
she gets
Oh.
a 19.
What I think I'm going to say, and it probably makes... I feel like it probably makes sense, is things like insight checks, and you can't really help with, because that would require you to... Because, you know, if you're just looking into someone and
Yeah,
trying
that's
to
fair.
figure out whether or not they're lying, unless you guys are going to go, I think she's lying. Look, her eyebrow wiggled. You know.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Okay. So what does
Am I
Clary get?
doing it?
Clary gets a 20,
Pardon?
25. 16 plus.
25.
I'm doing it. Did I do it?
Not. The first time was better than the second time, but
It was all one time.
okay, the beginning was better than the end. Yeah, so Clary would discern that she is not being the most forthcoming. She is deliberately playing dumb, so to speak.
Is she a liar, liar, pants on fire?
Clary nods.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. That's not good. That's bad. Not allowed to do that.
Sorry, he's not here. There's no Oren here.
Is he at home?
Don't know who Oren is. She kind of shouts around the bar. Anyone heard of an Oren? A few people look up and say, nah. No one knows an Oren here. I'm sorry.
You're a dummy. You make me mad. Shut up. I'm not dumb. Fight you.
Could Clary... Hold on, let me just remind myself of what Clary does. What do I do?
Clary do?
What do Clary do? This is a very, very important question.
Is there an upstairs to this place?
Yes, it is 2 stories.
Excellent.
Yeah, could Clary, slip upstairs or something? Could she, try and start to sort of, mingle around and then sort of, yep.
Can I it's just it's a spell question.
Hmm.
Polymorph, do I remember? I'm still me. I'm just dumb as shit, right?
It depends what you turn into.
But I still know what I'm doing.
You don't turn into you don't just turn into a dog and then be like, you know,
I'm a dog.
and just become a dog. If you turn into something which is really, really dumb, it will affect how much you can process what you're trying to do.
Okay.
If you turn,
but if I just want to look around.
Yeah.
If you turn into a house, you might be like, oh, great, there's a way in just through that, and there's a window.
Nice.
But yeah, Clary looks around, and you can see there's past the bar. There's a set of stairs leading up, but that's very clearly a behind the bar type thing.
Oh.
I turn into a spider. Are they clever?
They're in the bar?
If
They're in the bar.
If you wild shape,
are you doing that in the bar?
Keep your mental...
Just in front of everyone?
Oh.
Are you just standing at the bar having a conversation and then you turn into a spider?
No. I'll do that in a minute.
Okay.
to go upstairs.
Right. Well, let me find a book.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
wild shape, you keep your mental scores. So your charisma, your intelligence, your wisdom.
Yeah. I don't know which is.
I mean,
Is it better to use up a spell slot or to use up?
Generally, for like small things like that, it's probably better to use your wild shape because then
Yeah, that's
like,
perfect.
you can turn yourself into something big and beefy with polymorph, but you can't
Yeah.
with wild shape.
there's a rat in here.
What?
One tiny
What's that?
Fiddler.
wolf. Okay, so that doesn't have the stats of a spider.
Insect. Well, I'll wild shape instead of polymorph, so it doesn't matter about my stats really.
Well, you still
Unless she's gonna whack me.
Your strength, dex, con, hit points, those sorts of things. They will matter.
That's still no, not if I'm wild shape.
You take on the hit points and your strength.
Yeah.
And the strength and dexterity of the creatures, but not the intelligence stuff. Okay, so you're not transforming into a spider right in the bar.
No, I'm gonna go outside.
Okay.
Become a little spiddler.
I'm going to leave now. Turned into a spider. Scuttles away.
Okay. So you exit the
You
bar.
keep. Oh, I'll tell Neo to keep her talking and try and get something out of her.
Okay.
While I go out the back and become a spider.
Okay. Yeah, you turn into a spider. I'm gonna say use the stats of a scorpion for this because that'll just that'll work.
That's cool.
So you have 1d4 minus 1 hit points. A strength of 2, a dex of 11.
1d4 minus 4.
Minus 1.
I was gonna say, what if I? Wait, but what if you roll a 1?
Then it's minimum 1.
Then you die instantly.
No, it's minimum 1, but
Then you are not strong enough to be born.
okay. So you turn into a little spider. You have a speed of 10 feet, so you're very, very slow.
Really?
Yes, you're a tiny little spider. You know. Okay. So Neo is trying to keep her talking for the time being. I'm going to make a roll to see how long that goes on for Neo. Okay, Neo doesn't do the worst job in the world of doing that.
Wow. Well done, Neo.
So Neo's doing that for a little bit. Arwen is making her way across the bar as a spider. What's Klari up to? So to give you a bit of a refresher of the situation, you guys have come in. There's this large C-shaped bar coming out of the wall. Behind that, you can see there's an opening where there are some stairs up and down beyond. But it's very much by the layout of this, it's very clear that this is a private. This is not a public-facing section. There are a couple of rooms. There's a doorway off to the side of the bar. You can see where there's a few more patrons and things through there. And there's another door near the entrance that is shut as well.
Oh yeah, I also had you make an insight check against the woman who said that the boss wasn't in. They were lying. The boss is in. We just don't know where now.
try and then like sneak around and take a look through one of the doors that are shut?
Yeah. So moving across sort of to the left of the bar, or a door in like the left hand side, you can see there seems to be like in through one of the rooms there's like a little pool table. There's a couple of guys like playing some pool and things like that. And then there's like another door beyond that is currently shut. Making your way up to it, you can see that it has like a little sign on it that says like meeting room, and then like there's like a little price list for like hiring it out for like an hour or 2 hours a day, you know, those sorts of things. Or it's like like function room.
Can I open it?
Yeah. It's you push it open. Inside there is like quite a large room. There is like it's like a large like central table, with a couple of like long benches down either side, and some large chairs at like the head and table. There's like some unlit candles and things around. Shutters are pulled on the doors. It seems empty at the moment. It's not in use. No one's in there. It's just left.
Okay.
There is also like there's another door on the far side of it that you can see has like a small like glass opening in it, and through that you can see like daylight coming through from the outside.
Okay. Can I peek through the glass? Is it literally just a door back outside, or is there?
Yeah. You like walking across it. You can just see, there's like an alley behind out there.
It's where people get beat up.
Get shit. While she's having a think, how long do you think it would be until Stix would enter this area? I'm assuming quite a while.
Yeah, it'll be a while because you've gone to an entirely different part of the city.
Yeah.
While they've headed straight here, so yeah, it'll take a little while for you to get here.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, no worries.
In the meantime, Arwen, you are a spider just making your way across. What pathway are you taking? Are you just going to take a straight route across the floor?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I don't think many people really care.
Okay, just make a dexterity check for me.
Fuck. 8.
So it takes you like a little bit of time because as a spider you move quite slowly. A couple of people like happen to get up and walk around, and so you have to avoid being stepped on as a spider. So it takes you a little bit longer, and it starts to eat into that time that Neo is able to keep this this barmaid talking from. So you eat into a section of that time. But eventually you do make your way across this bar, crawling just squeezing under this like half open door, and you can see there's a set of stairs before you. One set leads down, one set leads up, and then to your right there is another door into you can see like a kitchen.
I'm gonna go up first.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna go down first.
Okay.
It's quicker to go down.
Yeah, I guess.
Gravity and all that.
You start heading down. Down the bottom of the stairs, underneath another door, you find yourself in in like a small corridor. Going down it, you have a door to your left and a door to your right. Oh, sorry, a door straight ahead and a door to your right.
To the right first.
Okay, you go into the right, and you find another large table. There's a small bar in one corner, in the far right corner, with like drinks and bottles and things like that. No one stood at it at the moment, and there is like quite a large, nice, well polished table, 10 or 12 high leather-backed chairs sit around it. On the table are a couple of lit candles and things, and sitting at the table you can see a couple of figures dressed in sort of like hardy but basic looking leathers. You can see they're both carrying short swords, and propped on the table next to them are like a couple of bows and a couple of quivers and things like that. They just seem to be having a general chatter at the moment. You listening for a few minutes, you hear one say, "Well, how long did it take you to get here?" It wasn't too bad. There wasn't many people on the roads, but avoid being seen and all that. How long do you how long do you reckon it'll be? It's like, I don't know. He said it'd be maybe a couple of days before the next shipment's ready to run. Apparently the city's been having some trouble, but I don't think that shouldn't affect us too much. Should just be a regular supply run.
Mm.
One of them turns is like, "Well, it'd be good to get out of here." I know we've got nicer beds at home here. I've been bitten to shit by fleas. And he like pulls up his shirt, and you can see like he's got like a load of little like red bite marks. Sooner we're out of here, the better. If there's anything left of me, but before I'm eaten alive.
Mm.
Yeah, and then just carry on in sort of that manner, descend into general chatter and things like that.
I'd like to go into the other.
Okay, yeah, crawling under the other door. So that eats into another segment of time that Neo's been able to buy you. You don't know how long he's been able to buy you, but that's 2 segments down. You can see that this just appears to be a large storeroom. There are barrels and crates and like sacks and things like that.
Okay, I go back
Barrels
upstairs.
packed sort of 3 deep and 3 high, full of presumably ales and beers and things. Okay. You start making your way back upstairs.
Yeah, and then I go up
And then you go
and
up.
away.
Okay, you head up, and you get to a landing. There's the landing leads round to the right, or you've got a door sort of almost immediately in front of you, or a door to your left.
Hold on. He goes round to the right.
So
There's a door here and a door here.
Yeah. So you've got a door. So you're. Here, let me.
Okay, I'll start on the one, the closest door.
So stairs are here. There's a doorway here, a doorway here, and then the landing carries on in this direction. If that clears things up for you.
No, that makes it absolutely more confusing.
So you've come up the stairs here. So you've come up the stairs here. There's a doorway here to your left. There's a doorway here to your left. And then the landing goes to the right and turns the corner.
Oh, sorry. I thought there was one on the left and one straight on. Okay. Yeah, I'll go on to this one first.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, you head over to there. This door is very well made. Even a spider is going to have difficulty. Like, it's very like you get under the door, but there is like some kind of like mechanism blocking the bottom of the door on the other side, to make it difficult. You might still be able to squeeze through as like a spider, but it's going to be tricky. You'd have to make a dexterity check to like wiggle your little spidery body through. 9. Unfortunately, whatever mechanism is here is clearly designed to stop things getting underneath the door. So even though there's a spider, you can't find a little pathway through this door at the moment.
Damn it. Okay, I go to the other door then.
Okay, yeah, going across, you find what looks to be a large bedroom. There is a bathroom. You would potentially guess off to the right. But yeah, there is a large bed, just like a large bed, and there's, a couple of bookcases. There's like a sink on one side as well. Like a little, like next to the bookcases, there's like a little sink and like a little like countertop, as if you could, just sort of like eat up here, a little bit of privacy. And there is one door that leads out as well.
Out where?
Out on the far side.
Like outside?
You don't know. It's just another door across the room that leads away.
Okay, well, I'll go through there, but first, does it look like a man or a woman's room?
Make a perception check.
Neither. Is that my perception?
Yeah, that's your perception.
Okay. 20.
So looking around, you see there are a few signs, but there's a large wardrobe. There's like a chair in the corner with a few clothes and things like that strung over it. But yeah, you get the essence that like hung on one wall there is like quite a nice looking sort of like fencing sword, it seems. But yeah, you get the sense like looking around that this is probably a man's room, with a few bits of clothes that you can see and stuff like that.
Okay, cool. I'll go through that other door then.
Okay. Yeah, you go through the other door, and it just leads you out like onto a little balcony.
Boring. Well, is there anything of note?
Not really on the balcony. There's like a small table and things like that, but there's not much else.
Anything on the table?
No, there's like a snuffed out candle and like an ashtray and things like that, but nothing else.
Right. Any other doors I can go through? Along
Not
the
from this position.
corridor.
You're kind of like you're almost like in between two parts of the building. So you've come out of this door onto this balcony, and then like on the other side of the balcony, there's like just a flat wall of like the other part of the second story of the building.
Not much of a view.
Well, it's
Right.
on one side. You could see essentially like north and south, but the walls are the east and the west. It's not a very pretty view around either. It's just a bit of space like above.
Okay, I go back to the corridor and go round.
Okay. Yeah, you head on round.
Is there anything there?
You've certainly eaten into the third section of time that Neo bought you. He's almost certainly running out.
It's all right. It's fine. You can go and do whatever.
Yeah.
It was just in case I got stepped on.
Okay.
And then suddenly turned into myself.
Okay. Yeah, you head on round. There you find another like smaller bedroom. There's small bookcase, like a little chest of drawers, and on top of the chest of drawers there's like a mirror and a few little like knickknacks and stuff like that.
Is this the only room that's down here?
Yes, yeah, like the corridor just goes straight round to that room.
And that's the last one.
Mhm.
Okay. Again, anything around that that looks
That look
important or
important.
like it could tell me?
Make another perception check.
I'm looking for clues. Clues.
Clues that will lead you to what specifically?
Clues. To where this man is.
Okay.
Who the owner is. Or lady. I don't know if it's I don't know. It could be the woman downstairs, to be fair.
You were told that Oren was a male tiefling.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And she said, yeah, that he wasn't in, but she was lying, so he's here somewhere.
Yeah, she says she didn't know an Oren.
Yeah.
So he might not be here, but just to know where he might be, when he might be back, or just his general.
So you look around, you like crawl up on top of like the chest of drawers and stuff, and you can see like there's like a little mirror and a few like sort of jewelry boxes and stuff like that. But no, there's no letters or like big signs that said back in 10 Oren or anything like that. This looks more like a woman's bedroom, if you were to guess.
She got the smaller room. Gender inequality. Disgusting. I hate it here. Well, good.
At this point, you hear like sort of some shouting and some raised voices coming from downstairs. Neo is being.
God's sake.
Neo's in a fist fight. Garrett.
Clary, you like come back from sort of like sneaking through like the meeting room and stuff like that, having a look, and you find that Neo has certainly reached the end of his tether, and a couple of the like off-duty guards are just sort of like reasonably, they have like a grip on one of them has like a grip on his arm, and he's like, I think it's about time you left, mate.
Why? What'd he do?
Just like starts. Neo doesn't resist or anything like that. He just starts allowing them to escort him out of the bar. He's reached the end of his persuasive tether and has started to annoy the barkeep, unfortunately.
You pulled the old, hey baby, did you fall from heaven? Your face looks like it fell from a really high place.
No, Ben, it's the old right here. It's all right here. The old Mazzy special.
It's right here. Anyway. Oh, relax.
What would you all like to do?
Well, I literally found nothing out.
I'd like to pick up a cake along my way. Be like, oh, I bet the guys are doing great.
You found a room you can get into. You found a meeting room downstairs with, with a couple of people in sort of clothes talking about shipment that they were escorting.
Before I go down,
yeah.
Can I see if there's like what kind of door is it that I can't get into? Is there like a lock?
Yeah, it looks like a fairly plain, like locked wooden door. It's just for whatever reason something was. Whereas all the other doors had a very slight gap at the bottom. This door had some mechanism to prevent things from going underneath through that gap. It was secured in some way.
Hmm. Okay. Can I go downstairs again?
To the ground floor or to the basement?
To the basement.
Mm-hmm.
Those people in there,
Yeah.
do they mention anything else about this shipment? Like where it's going
when you get
from?
back downstairs, one of them has left, and the other one is just like sitting there on his own. He's he's drawing like almost from nowhere. You can see he's just drawing like knife, and then like throwing it at like a point on the wall where you can see there are already sort of 4 or 5 knives embedded in this like wooden beam, and he draws like this. You look over and draws maybe the 6th or 7th one, goes over and starts like pulling them all out of the wall and like starts like secreting them back on his person. Sits back down and then like draws one from his sleeve and throws it.
Is there any? No. Okay. I'm gonna go back upstairs then.
Okay. Yeah, you head back upstairs.
Cool. And climb out the nearest window that is
Make
open.
your way back outside and transform back into yourself.
As a hat.
Klari, what are you up to while Arwen's like sneaking around? You've just like sort of come back and you've seen Neo has been escorted out. You heard him, like the raised voices and things like that. Arwen is, you currently don't know where, sneaking around somewhere. And Stix is yet to arrive on the scene, still making his way across half the city.
Probably head out and make sure Neo's okay.
Okay. Yeah, you head out. Yeah, Neo's fine. He's just like, Arwen said keep him talking, and I tried, but wasn't much. Wasn't. Yeah. Well, she seemed a bit suspicious of us. So. He sort of like turns to you and says, "What did you make of it? You've got quite a good read on people. This Oren guy, do you reckon he's about, or are we in the wrong place?"
Yeah, I think she was lying. But I didn't find anything. I don't know. Maybe Arwen did.
Hate to break it to you dudes.
Yeah. So you guys talk for another sort of 10-15 minutes, and then Arwen almost materializes out of the ground, reverting back from a spider. You can share what you know with the rest of the party.
Absolutely nothing, except that thing downstairs.
Yeah, and then maybe sort of like half an hour later or something like that, Stix, you eventually arrive on the scene.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? Are we good? We good to go? Did you find the information? Did you do the things?
No.
Shit!
Do you want to go in there and try? Because we didn't get very far.
Yes.
Give me your sword.
What?
And
why?
Everything. Because they didn't like that we all were like big swordy people. Like have like a small thing,
Fancy
but
folk.
not like. Don't be a fancy folk. I mean, I don't think we're quite fancy folk, but
You guys
only just got a
have
house.
an air of importance and wealth about you to the discerning eye, given the number of things and magical items in your possession.
Most of these are stolen.
I'm a paladin of Zuriel, keeper of the realm.
You know, Neo was wearing heavy armor. You guys had very nice, ornate leather armors and things like that on. You are not the most discreet figures.
Give me all your clothes.
No!
Yes!
No!
Rub some mud on your face and get in there. Peasant.
Yeah, first I thought that was just how you flirt or some shit, but no, it's just...
Nope.
No, this is... Okay. So what do we know so far? And then Arwen tells me everything she found out. Okay, so those two dudes in there, they were delivering something. Do we think they were delivering to
they will
the place?
Possibly.
Because you see, I have this wonderful spell that has worked every time we've used it. Totally worked every time we've used it. Called Zone of Truth.
Oh, I thought it was going to be the skunk thing.
No, it was not the skunk thing. Though I still have that. Yeah, because at level 12, I made a new spell to permanently have on my sheet. Which I haven't added, but it was going to be Zone of Truth. And I was going to swap out something for create food and water. Yeah, Zone of Truth.
Well,
so I can like
on a rest, so that's all right.
Oh yeah, so I can like truthify them. Truthify. Also, I'm thinking if we can get Klari up to that door.
That's what I was thinking.
So, here's what I'm thinking. Either A, Klari, do you have anything to disguise yourself?
Get rid of that spell.
Did you get rid of the spell?
Disguise self.
Oh no, I have it. No, it was detect magic. I didn't. I switched out one.
I got that.
We realised my spells were wrong.
So did I.
Well, could you like disguise self as someone, or like go invisible, or could we create some form of ruckus?
No, I can create a ruckus.
Or could you like polymorph her into like a spider or an ant or something, and then she goes up there, and then when she's up there, she just boop, back to normal. Does the lock picking things?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or
you control one button?
huh? Oh no, you can't control it. Yeah, no. So Arwen would have to be with you, but Arwen can also be a spider in her weird form.
Weird? Do you mean?
You turn into animals. That's not generally a normal thing. I'm not saying it's not cool. Things can be weird and cool. Don't get me wrong.
Hell yeah.
I wish I could do that shit. But
I am both weird and cool.
Meanwhile, I can start a fire.
Fire? Or a fight?
Yeah, a fire. Or a fight. I can do both. I'm pretty good at both.
Fight that fire.
I can't fight fire. Maybe I
With
could.
fire.
No. Fire elemental. Bring it on. But, no. Oh my god. If we had Piper, I'd have the perfect idea. But we don't know. Every time, I swear to God. Every fucking time.
Every time Stix has got to do anything social. I wish I was someone else.
I wish I was
too.
hard.
I mean, at least you're a paladin who has a good focus on charisma. Imagine what I'm like with my -2 charisma dwarf cleric. It's like, it's a social situation. Better keep my mouth shut.
That's a good point. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Yeah, we either go with the polymorph idea to get Klari up there. Yeah, we have 3 options, and we're gonna vote on them.
Okay.
Polymorph Klari, get her up to that door. pick lock. Also, while Clary's up there, she can listen in on some more of that conversation, maybe stealth around and find some information out. Option 2, we could, I could like start a ruckus, and during that ruckus, you could stealth on up there. Or option 3, Clary could like transform with her disguise self spell into something else, into someone else, and head up the stairs. Like that barmaid, she could like transform herself.
She's got spider feet.
Oh yeah, you got spider
She could just climb onto the balcony.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what time of day is it? I can only do it. No, that's
the flying.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah.
You can just fucking walk on walls. All right, Clary, go walk on that wall. Hop to it. Walk to it. Don't hop, because I imagine as soon as you get your foot off the wall, you'd fall, and that would hurt. It's got to be really weird when running up a wall, because you've got to have both feet like planted. I would imagine.
Yeah, I think the magic of the boots engaged, you've got to have at least one foot making contact at all times, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe you could run, but it would be like the magic would engage because you're in the motion of running.
Maybe.
Or because you're like still this far before the other foot hits the thing.
Yeah. Anyway,
like the feet
yes,
are like a...
you can make your way up a wall. If you should so wish.
Are there like, so around this balcony, are there like lots of people around? Is it like a popular area?
No, the balcony was like off the bedroom, so it looked, when Arwen went out there, it was clear there was no one on there.
But was there like anyone below that could potentially see?
So make a perception or investigation check to try and find the balcony from down below.
Can I help this because I know what part of the house it's in?
Yeah.
Boom. I will assist you in some kind of check.
Yeah, perception or investigation.
Perception.
16.
Fuck. Oh well.
Nah, 16 is fine. You know, it's not a difficult check to locate this. Yeah, like, you know, you guys are at the front, and you have to, you sort of head down one alley, and it's like, oh, this alley doesn't actually connect. You have to sort of do a bigger loop than you were expecting. But you do find the alleyway, like, that corresponds to behind the building, where you can see, like, the railings poking up from, like, this lower section of the roof.
Okay. Is there many people out here, or...?
No, it's relatively quiet. You know, in this alley, you can sort of hear, like, you see the occasional person going past the end, but you know, this is quite like a small. There's maybe only sort of like 3 feet between the building and the building behind it. There's, you know, like a dirty like track.
Is it just a weird back alley?
Yeah, it's just a weird back alley. There's like some bits of rubbish floating around. There's like a little like track of water. That's mostly filled with like mud and stuff where it's like collected over time.
Okay, I have an idea. Neo, you keep watch out this way. Clary, you climb the wall. Arwen, put my hand on Arwen's shoulder and Dimension Doris up the balcony.
Ah!
Actually, no. I will wait for Clary to get up there and say whether it's clear that we can do that. But better plan.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll just tell Neo, like, if anything happens, just shout some drunken slur as if you're drunk.
Okay.
Go for it.
Well, perception check from Neo then. Excellent. That's a 4.
Oh God. Of course it is.
Neo is alert for any danger.
Roll well.
He will not fail. Yeah, so
That's my boy.
Clary climbs up onto the balcony. How does Clary climb with spider climb? Do you just put a foot on the wall and walk up the wall at 90 degrees to the ground, or is this more of an all fours thing for Clary?
Yeah, I picture it more of an all four thing.
Okay.
The ab strength you would need, and the leg strength you would need to keep yourself horizontal.
I feel like that comes with the magic of the spell.
Yeah, I would fucking hope so. Otherwise, my God, some people are going to be fucking beefy to keep themselves fully horizontal on this goddamn wall.
Okay, yeah. So Clary, you scuttle up the wall, just literally. And this is the first time you've done this, so you're a little bit apprehensive at first, but once you feel the magic from the boots gripping through the walls, you start to make your way up. Your first few feet are quite tentative, but you get sort of 4, 5, 6 feet up in the air, grip onto the balcony and the railings, and just pull yourself over.
Sweet, you're in.
Yeah, the balcony is closed.
Is there anyone inside? I will not call up because that would be way too obvious.
So, I feel like I can work out. Is there a door on the balcony?
Yeah, there is a door off the balcony. You go over to it and it is locked.
Can I pick lock?
Yeah, make a thieves tools check.
Is there a window I can see through?
Not on the doorway, or not on this side of the building.
Okay.
20,
Cool.
yeah. So you definitely. And this one doesn't have a keyhole, but you manage to wiggle your tools in the gap of the door and jimmy them onto the sliding bolt and just inch it very, very slowly, millimeter by millimeter, and move this sliding bolt back to get yourselves in. And
nice.
Yeah, the door opens up.
And upon seeing her step inside, Arwen will head up.
Where?
Yeah, your dimension door up to the roof.
How far is it up to the roof, by the way?
It's only a single story.
Okay.
So this is a 2-story building.
Yeah.
And so this balcony is a single story, where there would be, maybe an attic or whatever. There is just this little balcony between 2 bits of the building. So it would be sort of sheltered from the wind, but you imagine that this might not have been the original function, and this might have just been a flat bit of roof, but that it has been converted by...
I see. By people.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. We're up and in.
You push away, and the door squeaks very slightly as you push it open, but not so loudly that you think it'll be an issue. And yeah, you find yourselves in this master bedroom. There's a big double window. You can see a door that you expect leads to a bathroom, probably. A big window over the bed. You see these bookcases and things and wardrobe and stuff, as well as this small sink and little counter along one wall next to it. Up high, standing up, you can see there's a couple of dirty dishes and a chopping board with a knife on it and stuff like that.
Okay. You guys are the stealthy ones, the ones who can get into rooms and perceive things well, so I'll just remain on watch. I'll get near the stairs. And I'll
you will have to cross onto the landing to do this, so everyone will, unless you're going to remain by the door to the balcony, everyone will have to make a stealth check.
Is that fine? We all good on making stealth checks?
Hold up.
Holding up.
Pass for that, Trace.
said the robot.
Boom.
Baz without Dre's. Yes. Cool. Stop Dre.
30.
20. A billion. My God.
It's actually 23, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's 33 automatically.
Aww. I was gonna say I rolled higher than Klari on stealth.
No, yeah, we'd have to roll like a fucking 23 or more, and that's only if she rolls less than fucking 10. So.
Yeah, you all make your way across the room. Stix, you position yourself at the top of these stairs. You can hear like the hubbub of the bar coming. It's got a little bit rowdier in the last maybe 20 minutes or so. Sun beginning to go down towards the end of the day. A few more people have come in.
Yeah. Could I take I've got like a vial of holy water, and I'll just be just holding it near my mouth, being sort of like this is some elixir that I'm drinking to cure a hangover sort of thing. So I'm just sat there head in my hands, but sort of still looking out.
Okay.
Just so that if anyone were to come this way, I look like I'm doing something, Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. So yeah, Stix is at the top of the stairs, keeping a watch. You guys.
Yes.
Arwen and Klari move to the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
Has she unlocked it?
Have you tried to enter?
No.
No, I don't think so.
I try the handle.
It's unlocked.
Oh, fucking hell. Okay. Let's go in. Oh god, wait. I'm scared.
You start to open the door. As you start to open the door, a voice from the inside calls out, "Haley, I'll be down in a few minutes. I need to finish all of this before I'll come help you out in the bar."
Oh, shit.
What do you do?
Okay.
Make a deception check.
Oh no.
Ooh, 17 though.
You don't hear a response. You hear like a chair push back, and there's like a single step and then silence. What do you do? I'll say you've got the door about maybe 6 inches open at this point. It's not fully open.
I hold it. I don't know. Stix.
Oh, yeah.
Help.
Fuck. Have I heard what I've heard his? What I've heard him saying?
Yeah, you're close enough to you'd hear this. You've got
okay. I will pull out my blade and just wait, and I'll be like,
Don't shoot them.
huh?
Wait. Arwen, do you let go of the door? So Arwen, you feel something tugs the door as you're holding it, and it's just a pull at first as someone's trying to turn the handle. So you let go, and it's just this sudden wrench in the door flies open.
Channel divinity. Nature's wrath to restrain him, and okay. I'm immediately I'm doing that, and also just going to his mouth and trying to close his mouth. Or
Okay,
if I can,
your
get the
action is
bind.
channel divinity, so you can't. I'll say you can't do.
Yeah.
That. Let's deal with that first. What is the nature of wrath?
Strength or dex save, or he
Okay.
becomes restrained.
Okay.
DC 16.
DC 16.
So low.
So out of nowhere, these plants and vines spring up around him, but he's very quick, and he moves back out of the way. You see, he, like, hops back into the room. What's everyone else doing? Arwen, you've, like, released the door and stepped back. Klari, what are you doing?
And if I can, I'm just going to say grab him.
Yeah,
That's it. Yeah.
Oh. Entangle.
You cast Entangle.
What?
Okay. Please tell me what I have to do.
I'm dang it.
For your channel, I mean, for Entangle, do you need plants, like actual plants, to amplify, or can you?
No, it comes. Oh, I clicked the wrong fucking thing. No, it comes from my staff.
Right, but that'll allow you to cast Entangle. But does the spell...
Oh, I thought it physically came from my staff. Like,
well, what I'm asking is, does that make plants just appear, or do you amplify plants that are already there?
It says in the thing, grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot.
Okay. Right. So
where?
plants just magically appear.
Yeah.
Okay.
oh, okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I just, because you're standing on a wooden floor. Yeah. So life returns to the boards of the floor, and they begin to grow. What save is it? Saving throw?
Strength save.
DC
14.
14. He's gonna make that with a natural 13.
Can he not?
So again, like 2 sets of plants try and grab him, but he like almost rolls backwards out of the way. Klari, you've got an action.
I'm assuming we're not trying to, like, kill this dude.
I mean, he's part of a thieves guild. Just saying.
I thought we wanted information.
I thought we were getting information.
Huh? Yeah, we're getting information, but we don't want to kill him. Like, we don't want. We don't want to kill him, but I don't feel bad about hurting him.
No.
Did the entangle not work?
No.
No, you dodged out of the way of everyone's restraining attempts so far.
Oh,
That's rude.
not sleep, but if his HP is high.
Oh, don't do that. Oh, no, you
I have one.
whole person.
I've never had.
Oh.
I did have.
Oh, you're fantastic.
I'll try a suggestion.
Okay.
Can he make a wisdom saving throw? DC 15.
15 on the dice, unfortunately.
Oh my god, this guy's passing. This guy is God. Balsam opens the door.
Fucking hell.
Yes, welcome to my trap.
Oh, can you fucking imagine?
Okay. Well, in which case...
Shit. This.
Who is at the front of you guys, would you say?
I'd probably say me, because I was waiting by the door to not only channel divinity him, but if we got our next thing, I was gonna like try and grapple him.
Okay. Stix, you take 7 piercing damage.
Oh, okay.
And
Did he roll it?
He rolled like a 14 plus numbers, so that's
yeah.
7. Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Gladly. +7 to this shit. Correct.
Boom.
Right.
Nat 20. And then that one. On disadvantage.
Mhm.
Just want to check, is that fine or is that half damage? That is half damage on a save, so you take 4 poison damage as well.
4 poison
As
damage.
he like
well.
rolls back into the room away from these vines, that's like as he comes up, just this like underarm throw of a dagger just like catches you like on the side of the arm, and like, it burns a little bit, and then you suddenly feel it like intensify as the poison like sinks in, and it like disappears like across like out the door into the other door, and like you hear it like thud into the wall over the bed.
Ow. Would we get like an action or a thing beyond this point, or is this initiative? Or
I'll say it. Let's decide this with an initiative roll to see what order everyone goes in. As you guys sort of like surprised him on the door.
Excuse me.
No. I'm not feeling like it.
Okay. So Arwen and Stix, you're going ahead of him. Klari, you're going after. If you want to combo anything, you can. You know, if you want to be like, I'm going to wait for Arwen to do this, or I'm going to try and do this at the same time to make something, you know, give someone advantage or like disadvantage to a save, then you can.
You haven't said anything other than try and grab him, right?
Yeah, I just said grab him.
Okay, I'm going to try and entangle him again then.
Okay. So that's a strength save, DC 14.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20.
Oh, stupid
Jeez.
man. Can he not? Did you use the big dice?
No, I haven't used the big dice yet. I'm using the dragon dice.
Stupid. Yeah.
Stix. That's I mean, you've got bonus action as well as movement if you want to try anything.
I don't own any bonus actions.
Well, if there's nothing else you'd like to do, we'll just move on to Stix then.
I would like to I'll use my advantage. I'd like to leap out and shit. Here's the fucking thing. I'd like him to. Oh wait. Oh. Okay, no, it's only for an attack roll made against you. Damn it. Yeah, that'd be so OP otherwise. Can I run up to him and try and I'll unsheath my sword and I'll try and hit him with the sort of the butt end of it. And as I got to him with the butt end of it, I'll try and I'll be casting Ensnaring Strike.
Okay.
So then I hit him wherever I strike, like vines and everything, just wrap around him.
Okay.
So
make an attack roll.
Oh yeah, I need a roll to fucking hit first, of course. I do. Don't tell me if it hits. Oh, it's gonna hit. It's fine.
A 19 will hit. Yes.
Oh, thank the fucking Lord. I mean, it's one-handed. I deal 12 damage. So.
Yeah, he takes 12 damage.
And can he make a strength saving throw?
16.
Oh, that is the fucking DC.
Whatever dice you're using, can you use
This is fucking raging. And then can I just like I don't know, just I guess be in front of him to not, oh, for fuck's sake, he's going to call for help now, and everything's going to go wrong. Shit.
You
Yeah.
have 2 attacks.
I do have 2 attacks, but Oh, I guess I'll try and grapple him with my second attack. Can I do that? Yeah.
Yeah. Roll. So roll. This will be strength contested by his strength athletics contested by his dex.
Luck.
Oh.
I've seen over 13. I would like to use luck.
Okay.
24.
A 3.
Oh, finally.
Finally, something.
Yeah. So you reach up and grab him, but you only like grab hold of him to like prevent him running or anything like this. He's just grappled at this point.
Yeah.
At which point, his turn, and he just shouts out, "Haley! Haley! Intruders!" And then he's going to make 2 attacks at you, Stix, because
that is entirely fair.
But they're both going to miss. It's like trying to
Nice.
draw another dagger as you're like grabbing hold of his arm and he's like trying to like stab at you.
I don't currently have my shield out.
It's a 5 and a 6.
Oh, okay, yeah. It starts to be the 19. Look.
Yeah. He's not got a 14 bonus. Don't worry.
Cool.
The Dragon God Captain. Yes, 37 to hit.
Actually, I think I only have 18 because I had to redo things, so I never took fighting defense. So yeah.
So that's what happens on his turn. Klari, your turn.
I got him grappled.
He's grappled.
But he's called out for help, and I don't know what to do.
What if we just like bundle into the room and close the door?
Could you like disguise yourself as him or some shit?
I think disguise self, you can't actually disguise yourself as a specific person.
Yeah, you choose how you look with disguise self. So let's have a quick look at disguise self.
Disguise yourself as the door.
For some reason I thought you couldn't make yourself look like a
To be fair, that's what I thought as well.
You make yourself, including your clothes, armor, weapons, and other belongings on your person, look different until the spell ends or use an action to dismiss it. You can seem 1 foot shorter or taller, you can appear fat, thin, or in between. You can't change your body type, you must adopt a form that has the same basic arrangement of limbs, but it's a human, so that's fine. Otherwise, the extent of the illusion is up to you. Changes wrought by this spell fail to hold up to physical inspection. For example, if you add a hat to your outfit, objects pass through the hat, and if you touch it would feel nothing but your head or your hair. If you use a spell to appear thinner than you are, the hands of someone who reach you will bump into you while seemingly still in midair. To discern that you're disguised, creature must inspect blah blah blah. DC. Yeah, so you can choose exactly how you want to appear. If you have seen someone, certainly someone recently, you can absolutely become them.
Then a precautionary measure. I'm going to use disguise self to look like him.
So you cast disguise self, turn into him. There is a definite shift in the noise downstairs. You hear a lot of like scraping of chairs and banging and things like that, and a lot of people moving about. Shouts of voices calling over each other. And the sound of running footsteps. Nothing happens just yet, but you can certainly hear a number of people are hurriedly making their way in. We got another round. Arwen, what are you doing first?
So it's Stix and this man in front of me.
Yep.
Can I push them? Oh, because then you might let go of him.
It's fine.
Wait, how does that work?
I'm strong.
What are you trying to achieve? I don't quite understand at the moment.
Like, I want to push them back into the room.
Yeah, they are in the room at the moment.
Oh, they're in.
Yes,
Yeah.
Are we in?
Both Stix and you and Klari are like by the door. Both Stix and Arwen are in the room at the moment.
Can I grab Klari and pull her in?
Yeah, you can pull her into the room. As long as Clary's willing, yeah. Like, you don't have to worry about your movement speed, but yeah, you can move at half speed, so but yeah, you can like pull Klari into the room with you.
And then close the door.
Yeah, you can do that.
Cool. I want to do that.
Okay.
Can I do anything else, or is that like?
Yeah, I'll say that's like your. You'd only have to move like a very short distance to like pull Klari in. So I'll say that's your like bonus action to like grab Klari and like lift her into the room with you.
Is there like a chair or anything nearby?
Yeah, you can like coming into the room. You can see there are several bookcases full of things, like some filing cabinets and stuff, and then there's like a single like large desk with a chair by it. There's no desk, no like chairs in front of it or anything like that.
Can I wedge something in front of the door?
The closest thing to hand would be like a bookcase, but yeah, you can like run and like try and grab this chair. I'll say to like make it there and back with the chair. Make an athletics check to like pick up this chair, like dash across the room, lean over the desk, pick up this chair, and run back with it. 15. Yeah, I'd say that's enough to like grab a chair. It's quite a heavy chair, like a sturdy, quite a nice sturdy leather chair. But you run back and you try and like wedge it under the door.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's me.
That'll make the door. If someone tries to break down the door, that will make it more difficult.
Yay!
Stix, what are you doing?
So I've got him grappled. I would like to cast with my action Zone of Truth.
Okay.
Sort of, in this room.
Okay, what's the saving throw on Zone of Truth?
Charisma saving throw.
Charisma.
DC 16.
DC 16. That's a 2. So
Oh, thank God.
I mean, all of you guys are in there as well.
What are we asking, guy? By the way, what are we asking?
I don't know.
Don't know.
This was
Something about the. Does he know anything about the
Yeah.
the people, them peoples?
Yeah. Okay. So
Also, what the shipments were. I'm intrigued if that has anything to do with those peoples.
For now, I'm just gonna say.
Just everyone in the room, because of the radius of Zone of Truth. Everyone make a save against Zone of Truth.
What is it?
Charisma saving throw DC 16.
Charisma.
Wait.
Sorry.
I think I get to designate people.
Until spell ends. Failed save, the creature can't speak. You know whether the creature succeeds or fails saving throw. Affected creature is aware of the spell and can thus avoid answering the questions with which it would normally respond with a lie. Such creatures can be invasive, but its answers only range within the boundaries of truth.
Yeah, no, so I can't. No, I can't.
You can't designate anyone to be. So,
okay.
You do benefit from Stix's aura, so you have a +4 to that saving throw.
Yeah, +4. So you actually pass.
Okay, Stix, can you make
Hell
a saving throw
yeah.
against your own spell? And can Klari, you make a charisma saving throw as well?
I have a +13 to charisma save.
Yeah, so Stix, you're fine. Arwen, you're fine.
Jesus.
I'm never getting banished. Ever.
Flipping heck.
-1.
Klari, you're fine. So
hey.
all of you guys are fine. You don't have to tell the truth.
And I'm just gonna. So obviously, I've cast Zone of Truth. I know he's failed, and I'll just say, look, me and my friends are fans of fire. So if you and this bar don't want to go up in flames, you're gonna answer the questions I have promptly. What do you know about the Thieves Guild that's holding out in that town? the town, the DM will tell me, we still fighting, Stix stuck in a trap. No, that's wrong. We got a letter, Lord Rickard to meet him, looking for a magic blade. We got money. Brienne to the Thieves Guild, run by a dragon. Oh, fuck, I never actually brought down the... two individuals in the city called Orion? Oh, no. Yeah, that's this guy, and Roni. I never actually wrote down the name of the city. Or the place that we're going.
It's a tiny wee town that doesn't have a name.
Oh, thank God.
I see. Would we have been told the name of this town?
No, it's
Or...
it's a village that's so small that it just doesn't have a name.
Oh, okay. In which case, I change what I said. I would say, me and my friends are fans of fire. So if you and this bard don't want to go up in flames, you're going to ask these questions. Firstly, tell me what you know of the Thieves Guild you work for. Okay. Who's the guy that runs it? What's his dragon?
Okay. Roll an intimidation check.
Can it be with advantage because we're all like around him?
No.
Look.
What do you mean no?
No. In this instance, it's 17.
I'm very intimidated.
I can see myself burning through these fucking luck points.
I mean, that's 2 already, so...
Yeah. And the day is young.
The day's getting on, actually. You guys have already done a bit today, so...
Oh, sweet. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Just fuck you. Do what you want. And unless you've got anything else on your turn, he's going to make 2 strikes at you. Again, Stix.
Bring it.
That are both going to miss.
I've still got like over HP. I'm fine.
Grappled, so his speed is 0.
By the way, I'm assuming there's like a window in this room, right?
Yeah, there is a window.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Grappled, so speed is 0. So even if we were able to disengage, he couldn't move because he's grappled and his speed is 0.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Klari, what are you doing? The sound of footsteps are getting louder on the stairs. You can hear people coming up.
Shooting at this room is still very visible.
Yeah. Yeah, the door's shut, but...
The door is currently shut and wedged with a chair, thanks to Arwen. Arwen is next to you by the door, and Stix is grappling Oren in the middle of the room.
Can I tell like roughly how many it sounds like there are outside?
Yeah, make a perception check. You would estimate that there are between 5 to 8 sets of feet running up the stairs right now. There's a lot of noise, a lot of stamping, a lot of like overlapping footsteps. There's a good few people coming.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and cast suggestion again.
Okay.
So yeah, wisdom save DC 15.
Does the fact that you are fighting them change anything?
Sorry, this is on the guy that's tied up.
Yeah, do they get advantage or anything like that if you're in combat?
I don't think so. I think it's just that. Hang on, I can put it in the chat.
No, it doesn't seem to. Okay,
Yeah.
so just a straight roll.
Unlike ones that like take over people or whatever,
Yeah.
they get to make it when they take damage. So
Yeah, but I can't
I'm
like.
really sorry, but that's a natural 20 again.
Ah,
Are you using the same dice?
Yes.
Swap them out.
I will next session.
That's not now.
No, it's not. You're right. I'll put them away, and all the bad rolls will go to sleep for a bit, and then I'll get out new ones. We'd have good rolls loaded in them.
No, the problem is the good rolls.
I know. So that's your action. Any bonus actions on your turn?
No.
Okay. At the end of your turn, then there is the footsteps reach right outside the door, and there is a smashing sound as one of them someone throws himself against the door and starts shouting in, "Arwen, what's going on? We heard you shout." Unfortunately, that's a 2 from them. So although the door sort of shakes a bit, it doesn't. You hear someone go, "That was shit. Move aside. Move aside." But they're going to take a little bit of time to get into the room. Oh, and what you doing?
Great question. Did he answer before?
no, he said
Kind of just
for us
fuck
to
you,
fuck up.
do what you want.
Oh, he wants to fuck up? That's nice. He's not lying. Can I intimidate him, please?
You can try.
I would like to try.
Okay. How are you trying to
I did say
intimidate
we
him?
would burn the place down if he didn't speak.
Oh.
If that informs you what you were going to do for your intimidation at all.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah. I would like to have a flame in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
My flaming stick in the other.
Staff, yes.
Yep. Big old stick. Point it at him.
Mm-hmm.
Is it warm, do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think it gives an aura of heat?
I'd say the
off it,
staff
'cause
is
it's
probably
fire.
warm to the touch.
Okay, I'm just gonna,
I'd say it might be within your realm of magical acuity to make it hot for the purposes of intimidation.
I would like to do that. I'd like it to radiate some heat.
Yeah, I'll say the
As it-
end, you can make the end catch fire, but it doesn't burn the staff. But the end is
Yeah.
just on
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah,
For the purpose
that's what I
of
want.
just intimidating him.
I would like it this far from his face.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, you
Like,
move up close, you can see he's got up close. He's got some fine, silk sort of clothes on, like a silk shirt and nice trousers. He's got a nice goatee beard, and it's just starting to curl.
These are all highly flammable.
However,
Especially
he's also
his
a tiefling,
face.
and you would know.
Oh shit! Yeah, he's a
You
tiefling.
would
He's
know, having hung
resistant.
around with Neo, tieflings are resistant to fire.
It's fine. This is fine. This is fine. I'm still going with it.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Okay. Make an
Sir.
intimidation check.
I haven't told you what I'm saying.
Okay,
I
so
might get
I
advantage.
do apologise.
I have many charges of fireball right at my fingertips. I could set this whole place ablaze. I know you'll be fine. But that silk shirt, it's not. I've seen where you live. It's a bit shit, isn't it? I will burn it to the fucking ground. Everything you love, and you will be the only one left. Now tell us what we want to know.
Roll an intimidation check.
Do I get advantage, please?
Does she get advantage because I'm grappling him and helping and have tried to?
No, because you didn't use your action to help on your
That's
I
fair.
just threatened everyone he loves. Stupid man.
Doesn't care much about people he loves. Probably.
Oh, this is stupid.
Hey, that's what I roll.
Arwen's taking a day off.
He just says, "Who the fuck are you people?"
Who the fuck are you?
I'm Oren.
Oren who?
Just Oren.
Just lame.
Didn't have fancy parents like you to give me second names. So, shit.
Joke's on you, don't have a second name either. Don't even have parents.
Oh, snap.
Hey,
Got him.
I grew up in the forest.
Okay. Stix. He's going to try and break free of your... Oh, no, sorry, Stix, it's your turn. What are you going to do?
It's my turn. Oh, I could do many interesting things here.
Please be my guest.
But I am simply going to try and shove him prone.
Okay.
Yeah, with my first attack.
You will have to release the grapple to do that. Unless you want to go prone with him, because you can't really hold... I guess you could try and grab him by the lapel.
Yeah, like my idea is like
will
sort of
kind of be
sweep
like
the leg sort of thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I will happily take prone.
Okay.
I will happily fall prone as well if
Yeah,
almost
to
like
hold him onto the ground, you will have to be prone at the same time, essentially.
yeah,
Even though you're not lying down, you are crouched on the floor, pinning him down. If this succeeds.
yeah.
So that's a shove attack, isn't it? Which is contested strength athletics versus his dexterity, I believe.
Give me a good roll. Oh, 27.
Yeah, that beats his roll. So yeah, with your first attack, you grab it, you move from grabbing his arm that's got this dagger, and it's grabbing the front of his shirt and sweep his leg and just slam him to the ground. And you can hear this as the air is blasted out of him. He's a bit winded on the floor.
And I will say, look, you feel how you can only tell the truth. Better way to word that. You know how you can only tell the truth right now? We can only tell the truth right now. I'm telling you, we know some very high up people in this city. They can take everything here. They can take you, especially when we tell them who you are, who you work for. So tell us who you know, and we'll put in a good word. And we won't bother you any further. Otherwise, your day, your week, year is about to become a lot more difficult.
Make another intimidation check if you want.
Please. Oh, 18. That's not bad.
If what you're saying is true, that you have nothing on us, you wouldn't be here if you had proof.
I don't need
if you
proof.
had evidence, we'd already be locked up.
It's like I said,
Evidence of what?
very high up people in the city, and we've done a lot for the city. If I needed proof, if I needed evidence, would I be threatening you with this right now? Would I be here right now?
You have one more attack, but that's everything you can see.
Can I just sort of use it to like almost like grab, so like I'm like holding him to the ground and just sort of like douche, like just sort of shove him into the ground sort of thing.
Yeah, so you like lift him up and try and like slam him down onto the floor. Yeah, okay. Just make it. We'll say this is like a shove attack, but it'll take a bit of damage if you want.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he'll take some damage. Roll 2d6 for me, plus strength. As you like slam him.
2d6, 3 + 4, 7.
Okay, so he takes 7 damage. It would have been 1, but it's a crit, so. So yeah, he takes 7 damage as you like bludgeon him into the floor.
The final thing I'll do is I'll just say, everyone get ready to run. We can't let those people get in here. Make for the window or something. I don't know. Okay.
Well, on his turn, he is going to attempt to break free of your grapple. So he's going to try and wriggle free. So make an athletics check versus his dexterity. That's shit. So yeah, he's like twisting and like trying to like he almost gets like a leg like under you to like leave you up and try and like to like push you up a little bit so he can like slip out, but with like the weight of your armor and your strength you just like push down and like crush his leg against him so he can't lift you to make any space to wriggle free.
Nice. Get fucked.
Harry, what are you doing? You've got like, people like pounding on the door to get in. Stix has got this guy on the floor. He's just said, "Get ready to run."
Because I reckon we're probably gonna have to just call it quits soon. Because if we get like fucking 8 people in here, we're gonna get swarmed to shit.
Did we get any information from him now? Or is this...
No. You just said we clearly don't have any evidence on it yet.
I would like to try and intimidate him, but to give it a boost, I'm gonna actually stab him in the leg.
Oh, okay. Fuck. You can tell she watched the latest Last of Us episode.
I have not.
La 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 la.
It's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, if you're not scared of them, fine. But I come from a long line of people trained to be assassins. You will not see me coming. You will not know it. You will feel it. Unless you give us information. And then I'm going to stab him in the leg.
Okay. Roll to hit. You have advantage. He's prone.
Oh, sneaked.
Where's...
Oh, dear God, please.
It'd be impressive.
Yeah, definitely. This guy may be agile, but he's also just wearing a silk shirt and cotton trousers. He attacked a man at his desk.
One does not split. Attack a man at his desk. Could like non-lethal or something.
No, I want this to help.
You have sneak attack.
I don't want to like.
Want to sneak attack him?
I'm not gonna sneak attack him.
I feel like he's got.
I feel like he's got a bag. I want to really like. I want to scare him. Okay.
Oh fuck! He's dead.
I'm not trying to kill him. Let's think that. It's non-lethal.
A non-lethal stab in the leg.
Yeah, like, it's not lethal as that can be.
I mean, it's a leg. There's no
32.
organs
I
there.
won't immediately pull it back out so he won't bleed out.
Yeah. There are some very important
Leave it.
veins,
I'll leave it in his leg.
Okay, so that's 32
Also,
plus the 12 damage or whatever it was from Stix's pommel to the face and 7. So,
Yeah.
this man is certainly not happy about this situation. There's just like this scream of pain. And you stab him, like even though you've like left the knife in there, there's still like blood, like just slowly like oozing, like staining. He's wearing sort of like, how when you're wearing, even if you're wearing like black clothes, when they get wet, it just gets darker still. It's like this dark patch just begins to spread over his leg, and like the pounding on the door gets like louder, and there's more shouts as they can hear him screaming on the other side. Yeah, that's everything. Unless there's anything else on your turn.
No, just.
Okay.
No.
Let's see what he does on his turn. I used a different dice, but there's another natural 20 on the door. So with like this splintering breaking sound, the chair is like split and the door just like blasts in, and people start to like run into the room. You see at the head of them are these two figures wearing sort of like black, like leathery armor. You see like the red-haired figure of who you guess must be Haley, the bartender, behind. You can see there's like a couple of guards in the back. But yeah, people are going to start making some attacks. So, Arwen, I think you were closest to the door. So, first attack against you is a 14 to hit.
No.
And then a 24 to hit.
Oh. Yes.
Got too cocky about that too quickly.
Yes.
I was just excited.
Okay.
I finally have some armor.
Right. Let me roll some
Yeah,
damage.
I can't help but feel like it's partially my fault.
So.
Oh, pretty. We
Arwen,
should probably
take 5 piercing damage, and can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Yeah.
Why?
Aura. +4. That doesn't help.
Okay. So 5 piercing damage and 9 poison damage. And then because he has an ally within 5 feet, that is an additional 8 piercing damage.
Ooh.
Shit.
As he sneak attacks you. As, these two rush into the room, and you manage to block, like both like drawing daggers and short swords, and rushing on one of them. One of them, like goes to strike you. You block it with your own staff, but the other one gets inside your guard and stabs you with a short sword. And then, like from across the room, like 2 daggers get thrown in. One at Klari and one at Stix. That's a 2. It's going to miss, and a natural 20 on you, Stix. So that's going to be
one of the guys.
Yeah.
Does it make a difference that I still look like the guy?
True. Okay, I'll say no one is going to attack you initially on bursting into the room, so both attacks will be at Stix, but the first one missed anyway. Because I mean, you look like him, but you've also stabbed him in the leg, so it's a bit of a confusing situation. So instinctively, no one throws any weapons at you.
Oh, we could do an intruder situation.
This guy's impersonating me.
So, natural 20 against Stix. That was 6 plus 3 is 9. Plus Stix, can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
These guys have been throwing up some decent damage now, but I got loads of stuff. And I forgot, I'm now resistant to poison damage.
Oh.
So
9 plus, what's that? So you take 17 piercing damage from this dagger. Oh wait, sorry, no, it was a crit. So you take 17 plus... You take 27 piercing damage from the dagger.
Ah!
And a Constitution
Jesus!
save.
I got 13.
And you take 5 plus 14 poison damage.
7 poison damage.
As you see the figure of Haley just quickly throws 2 daggers across the room at you.
Who the fuck are these people? Jesus.
You would also technically have had advantage because you're prone, so we'll just see whether or not that second that
Oh,
first
yeah, I
attack
think
would
so.
hit. Yeah, that first attack's going to hit as well.
Oh my.
So you take 7 piercing damage because you can't sneak attack twice, and can you make another Constitution saving throw?
Guys, we now have a problem.
And another 11 poison damage.
5 poison damage.
After 5. Yeah, and there are more people behind them, but because of the confines of this room and the press, they're unable to fully get in.
I am not
yet, but there is enough space for them. Once people sort of start moving into the room more, but you can see 2 of these guys are rushed in, and she's just come in the door and thrown 2 daggers. Behind her, you can see more people are coming in, but they just haven't been able to get into the room just yet.
I see.
We go back to Arwen. What are you doing?
I would like to jump out the window.
Okay. You run over to the window. It is locked.
I would like to smash the window.
Okay. Roll to hit the window.
What do I roll?
Whatever weapon you're using. If you're just using your fist, just roll strength.
Oh.
If you're using a
Oh
weapon,
no, I don't want to break my... Ugh, wrong one.
You properly whack the window, yeah.
The whole pane of glass comes out perfectly.
You just run over, it's just boom!
Boom!
Pops out the frame, and then it's like that thing where you've got a flat pane of glass and it just shatters on the back wall behind and just tinkles into the alley.
Tinkle, tinkle, tinkle.
Yeah, okay. You've got
I'm
more
out.
movement, you've got a bonus action, you're jumping out the window.
Bye!
Okay, make an athletics check for me.
Athletics.
Sorry, that should have been acrobatics, but so if you've got acrobatics, you can roll that instead.
I mean, yeah, I'll roll it instead. Why not? Hell yeah.
You take 1 bludgeoning damage as you fall to the ground.
That's fine.
Stix, what are you doing?
Hey, 69.
Stix is going to see that the Arwen has gone out the window, and can I hold the dash action until Clary's out?
Yes, you can.
But sort of on my turn, I'll just whisper into this guy's ear something I mean, people in very high places. Don't even bother trying to go to the higher ups about this because we know who you are now.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of thing. In that sort of threatening tone, and just sort of wait for
Yeah, okay. So as you prepare to leave, and you say to yourself, we know who you are as well.
fucking bring it, bitch.
Klari, what are you doing?
tied up.
And you've just stabbed him.
And I've just, yeah.
And Arwen's just jumped out the window. I mean, you could.
I could give it a go.
You could give it a go. Although I know I've just said that's not very vocally, haven't I? Up to you.
I know, I feel like it's quite obvious that I'm not. It doesn't make sense why the people who just broke into the office would have tied up the intruder, not.
Yeah, because
the
we're
actual
not
guy.
known here.
Yeah. I don't think that would make much sense.
And that Haley woman would have seen Arwen downstairs earlier on as well.
Yeah. Assuming if Arwen's around and not. So yeah, I'm gonna grab my knife out of his leg.
Yeah, the bleeding started getting worse. You hit something important when you stabbed that leg. This man isn't. Yeah, you don't think he.
That man isn't that important.
You don't think he's going to be pursuing you by any means, with the state that he's in. But yeah, what are you doing?
I'm gonna look him dead in the eyes and say, assuming you survive, perhaps I'll see you later. And then I'm gonna misty step out of the window.
Okay. Because of the angle, you will still have to make a save to fall to the ground, but I imagine Klari will nail this as an acrobatics check.
Yeah.
Yeah, you take 2 bludgeoning damage as you fall to the ground. Stix, your held action goes off if you want.
Yep, and I am out of there.
You dash, okay. Another acrobatics check from you.
Yep. Acrobatics. Ah, 20.
You're fine as well. So you take 1 bludgeoning damage as you fall out of the window, but you guys, most importantly, you all land on your feet in a position to quickly and rapidly run away.
Let's go home. Home, I think. No, not home.
No, because they might bomb us or something.
They might be following. So just to fuck the temple of Samathia. Go. They wouldn't fucking touch that temple. Jesus.
I do call for Neo. Just so he's following.
Yeah, you call for Neo.
That poor boy.
He's probably heard the smash of the window and gone. What?
Yeah, as you guys hit the ground, Neo's turned around in the alley and he's just looking up in confusion, and he's just you as you fall, you just see a look of dawning comprehension on his face. Yeah, obviously.
So he's running towards us oh hey guys, oh hey Neil, how'd you do out there? Oh no, nothing guys, yeah I'm fine. Fancied going on a run today.
Yeah. So we'll say we'll break this down into everyone just make an athletics check for me.
Can I give guidance during this or before this, or is this an ongoing thing?
I'll say this is it's going to be a short period of time, but it's longer than a minute.
Okay.
Nice. You'll be pleased to know I rolled a series of rolls for them, and only one of them got above a 10, so there are the bad rolls.
Oh, thank God.
Neo Neo got a 17 plus whatever his athletics is, so he's fine.
No.
Clary's not doing so good, but with the help of the rest of you three, you guys do manage to, you believe, get away and don't feel like you're pursued. Or at least you feel like you've got away at enough haste that no one will be able to follow you at this speed discreetly.
Can we make like perception checks or something just to like ensure that we're not?
Yeah, you can make a perception check to see whether or not you're being followed.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
15 perception. Fucking 19. You level.
Okay. Yeah, you guys like after you run for maybe sort of like 5-10 minutes. You get out towards the edge of this poorer district. Maybe you get turned around a couple of times before someone drags you onto like the right street, and you guys manage to comfortably feel like you get away. You know, stopping up after a little bit, maybe like in a more sort of like open area, looking around. You don't see any signs of anyone following you or anything like that. As you're all just there, just like catching your breath, Neo's just like, well, Brienne did say the word discreet, but
Did she?
Yeah. We were really very discreet.
The running for your lives and multiple stab wounds really sells that Stix.
Yeah, they were just assholes, and I would like to blame them for this blunder. We have no valuable information.
Nope.
We have no leads.
Nope.
I'd say we just go for it.
Yep.
However, might I suggest feeling their daggers and stuff, right? Just as a quick thing. Did they all have like the same daggers? Did the poison feel the same that they all had? I know that's a very
It has that
very
certain spice to it.
Make a medicine check. This is going to be very difficult to determine. Was the poison from one dagger the same as the poison? 16's not enough.
Or what was at the very least, were the physical daggers the same? Like, was the actual physical thing the same, or were they different?
They looked different. They didn't look so like uniform or as to all have the same dagger.
Okay. Well, they all stabbed and they all dealt poison damage. So might I suggest, before we leave, which I personally think should be tonight, maybe, because I don't want them looking around the city for us tonight and then finding us at our house and like burning it down.
Yeah, me neither.
So I think on our way out this evening, maybe we should try and go past a herbalist or something and buy some like potions of like poison resistance or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then before we can go in after them, we can all have some poison resistance and stave off a little bit of damage.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool. Yeah. Can we like quickly find a herbalist and buy some of that?
Yeah.
Possibly.
Just look it up real quick. So, poison resistance would be a relatively sort of like common thing for adventurers, you know, sort of, especially if you were going into like harsher environments. It might not be necessarily so much like a straight up poison a poison resistant potion would be something that would be relatively common because it might be something you take if you're going into a harsh environment, you know, and have to potentially eat some sort of like like iffy things, so you can sort of like sustain yourself on them without them causing maybe too many ill effects. You can get a few doses of that. They'll set you like 100 gold each for a vial of poison resistance.
Oh,
Give you an hour
easy.
of poison resistance.
How many do we think we'd want? I've already got poison resistance, so I don't think that would stack. Would it?
One each then,
I will have to
probably.
check that. I don't think resistances do stack. I don't think if you've got resistance from one thing and resistance from another, it's like if you save and you have resistance, then it's like a quarter. But I will have to check whether or not resistances stack, and you can retroactively get one if you turns out that they do.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. We'll say like one each then.
Mm-hmm.
So
Except me, and then we'll
100 gold for everyone buying a poison resistance potion.
100 gold each, yeah?
Yes, 100 gold each.
Yeah.
So I'll knock off Neo's gold for him.
Ugh. So expensive.
Right. And then I guess from that point, I'll I mean, I've had Elvis summoned for like days, so I guess we'll finally hop on the cart and go.
Mm-hmm.
You guys swing back by the house, pick up Elvis.
Can you talk to Elvis?
I think I can like communicate with him, like simple communication sort of thing.
Is he hooked up to the cart?
No, because I've been walking him around the place a couple of times, but I can hook him up to the cart, as we've had it before.
Well, I was kind of hoping if you could speak to him from afar, we didn't have to go anywhere. Clary could go, because they didn't see her face.
They saw Clary when she came in the first time with you. They saw
That's a
Clary
good point.
Klari, Neo, and Arwen. The three of you arrived together.
Fucking
They
hell.
didn't see her upstairs, that is true.
Clary, can you turn into anyone else? Actually, no. Neo can.
Neo can.
He's got his disguise
Neo
kit.
can disguise himself.
Either Clary or Neo go and get the stuff. I don't know if Clary's was a spell. I didn't want to waste any spell stuff.
Yeah, I can communicate with my steed telepathically within 1 mile.
Yeah, but if he's not hooked up to the thing, then he can't hook himself up to the cart and drag it here.
What do you mean? Oh, right, you want to get the cart and pull it here. Right, yeah.
So that we don't have to go anywhere near the house.
Right, yeah. Yeah. Could we not just get like Klari or Neo or someone to be disguised? Could we say like they did that while we went to get the potions and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously.
Yeah, okay. And they'll meet. Yeah, so they meet you with the cart, disguised as other people.
Yeah. And then we know where the town is.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone want to say goodbye to or anything like that before we go, or
Goodbye, world.
goodbye, Rosenzen? You've been fun.
I'm done.
But peace.
Peace out, dudes. We've been here a long time.
We've been here a long time. I missed the road. On the road again.
I was about to say,
I just can't wait to get on.
To get on the road again.
Oh, I'm excited.
I find
Stix is
out stabbing strangers with my friends. I can't wait to get on the road again.
Oh, I hope there's a fancy man I can steal the shoes off on the road.
We're getting to high levels now. We can steal the fancy shoes off big monsters. Why limit ourselves then?
And As the sun sets over the city of Rosenzen, you guys all reconvene and make your way out of the city, hitting the road, the sun to your backs, to what adventures await you in the coming days.
Technically, the sun